So That One Film Festival is a film festival put on in Muncie that specializes in weird DIY, no low budget or revolutionary video and film art, from nonfiction to fiction to things with a poetic nature to things that are intended to be more didactic. In addition to That One Film Festival, last year in fall of 2019 included the debut of That One Microcinema, finding and showcasing really interesting and novel works of moving image artwork. But rather than gathering a bunch of different artists, it was rather a single evening focus on a single artist.
That One Film Festival was started in 2018 through an immersive learning course at Ball State. The intention this year was to run it again, do something that maybe would also have media installation at the same time. With the change in plans with the pandemic, we ran it this year as just the film component.
And then had changed to being a online project in the summer. The physical event, the reason we really value that is because it puts people in Muncie in like direct conversation with this new media. And having that in person, there's like this social component where everyone can kind of talk to each other and you know, share their experience of watching these experimental films.
And then once we switched to virtual, it was more of figuring out how to still make it fun and interactive.
We knew that it would be difficult, but we tried very hard to create a situation that was not just a passive experience for the viewer where you sit back and you can't engage. So what we wanted to do was to open up the chat. They could be saying hello to the filmmaker or to us. That was really exciting. Like when people would jump in and we would see that people had joined the stream and we could put them into the stream, that was a great joy.
I think it weirdly got into people's homes in a way that it wouldn't have before. So we had like over 100 Muncie households were watching, and that's just in Muncie. Then the other cool thing is at the same time that these international filmmakers are showing their films, you have people in Kenya, you have people in Greece, you have people in China, and they're all watching at the same time.
This way we were all able to like actually sit around the couch and we all watched it together, had popcorn, had like a really good time. And it was cool because I had like been working on it for a really long time, so it's something that I was really proud of, and I got to share it with a lot more people than I maybe would have.
The submissions were international in scope. Some were emerging artists, some were established. And one thing I heard a lot from students was I did not realize how difficult the review process was. And they learned to watch the films and rate the films and to consider the criteria on a deeper level. These films were reviewed by the students when the submissions came in. They were also reviewed by community members working with the students.
I felt really privileged to get to see the films before other people got to see the films, and to be on the back end of a film festival. This is something I've never done before. Seeing art this way and seeing film this way sort of opened my eyes. And so just getting to experience that and learn about these different artists was really cool for me.
So every student who was part of this, I think, had a very different experience. But the single most important thing that I've noticed was, for a lot of students, it was their first experience engaging with culture off campus and being part of the arts and culture community in Muncie. And some of them were working directly with filmmakers, some would be working directly with me, some would be working directly with Erin Williams. Some were working more with the public.
They developed all of the graphics. They would kind of work through things in class. They would, all talk together and they would come up with ideas, and then they would, each, area of the class would have different projects they work off. There would be like the graphics team and the website team and the press team.
It was a great way to take what I'd been learning in these video art courses that I had been taking and seeing what was happening contemporarily in video art and seeing what it looks like.
We are able to bring the kind of programming that you get in a big city to a place like Muncie.
But I think especially in Muncie, there's so many young creative people that like need an outlet. And I think like the community really fosters growth and fosters creativity a lot. So I think it's really important.
Things like this, like the festival, it's one of those funny moments where you have these times where you think like, wow, is anyone engaging with this? Is this too out there? Is it too weird for people? They are participating and they are loving every minute of it.
That One Film Festival, it shows off that truth that Muncie has a really lively and enriching arts community already that has something to contribute to the outside world.